So I've been skating 875 trucks on an 8 1/4 element deck. These are Slappy Trucks, and I thought Slappy was more like Ace or Indy. They're more for like cruising, skating ramps, not really that tech. But my friend Zach brought his little mini quarter over to the park today, and these trucks can get as tech as any other truck. So these trucks turn really well, but they're not heavy. They're pretty light, and there's a lot of meat on the hanger, so they last a long time. I was actually surprised how tech I was able to get on this little mini ramp with 8.75-inch trucks. That's a big truck. It's not heavy. Now, I could be wrong, but in my previous videos, I said Slappy Trucks turn more like Ace trucks than Indy. So right now I have a board set up with Slappies, a board set up with Thunders, a board set up with Indies, and a board set up with Ventures. But I need to get some Ace trucks and do a comparison head to head between the Ace trucks and the Slappy trucks in the future. So yeah, I've definitely had some truck madness going on lately. So Zach's quarter pipe is the most old man ramp of all time. And this is the most old man skate park of all time. This skate park is so easy to skate. I've skated this park with torn ligaments. I've skated this park with sprained ankles. Like, you can't get hurt at this park. It's the perfect park to build this YouTube channel. I like traveling, going to new parks and skating different places, but this park is home. It's home base, and it's so easy to skate. So I know you guys get confused when I make these YouTube videos talking about Thunder or Indy and saying that Thunder trucks are more tech, they're lighter. Indy trucks are heavier, they grind through things better. Look, I'm not saying you can't do tech stuff on Indy trucks, and I'm not saying you can't get gnarly on Thunders. It's just one is better for me for one thing and the other is better for the other thing. When I say stuff like that, I just mean, for me personally, I like Thunders better for tech stuff and Indies better for grinding through gnarly street ledges. So I get like hundreds of comments saying, well, Chris Haslam can skate pretty tech on Indies, or Jamie Thomas skates some pretty gnarly stuff, or Chris Cole. Yeah, there are people that skate for every single truck company that can get tech, and there's people that skate for every single truck company that can get gnarly. But for me personally, I have opinions, certain things work better for me when I'm doing certain tricks. So I grew up wanting the lowest possible trucks, and I thought they were really good for flip tricks. I did a lot of flip tricks as a kid, but it turns out for me, Thunders are actually harder to do flip tricks. So I was making it so much harder on myself. It took me forever to learn 360 flips. And the first time I landed a 360 flip, it was in a parking lot of a church, and it was on Grind King trucks. So I guess maybe the Grind King trucks pulled that wheelbase in a little bit, because I usually skated Thunders. I mostly skated the Thunder High, but a lot of times I did skate those Thunder Lows. The Thunder High is still really low, and Thunder High is the only Thunders they make. They make the Thunder Team truck, but the Thunder High is what you think of when you think of Thunders these days. But the older I get, the taller I like my trucks. I love the Slappy trucks. I'm excited to make a video on Lurpivs. Those are both really tall trucks. I want like a monster truck board now. I want my board to be so much taller than I used to. I hate getting wheel bite, and you don't get wheel bite with Slappies. You don't get wheel bite with Lurpivs. Lurpivs actually have this really cool thing going on in the back of the truck. Like, the hanger prevents you from getting wheel bite. And they're already super tall, so you're not going to get wheel bite anyway. I don't want to skate riser pads. They mess me up when I'm trying to do nose slides and tail slides. I just want a tall truck. I've heard Chris Hyatt talk about this as well. Like, a lot of people like their trucks a little bit taller. It gives them a little more pop. It makes it easier to get up on really high things. Now, I've heard people say low trucks give them more pop, but for me personally, like my size, I'm kind of large. With shoes on, I'm a little over 6 feet tall, depending on what shoes I have on. I'm 220 pounds or something like that. So I'm kind of a bigger guy for a skateboarder, and for me right now, taller trucks, that's what's working. Also like a really flat deck. I used to like a steeper deck, and that's why I liked shorter trucks. So it's kind of the same thing. It's just my decks have gotten flatter and flatter over the years because that's just what works for me. So you can definitely skate 8.75-inch trucks on an 8 1/4, but it's going to make flip tricks harder. 360 flips are significantly harder for me now. I'm excited about getting the 8.5-inch light trucks from Slappy. I'm going to stick them on there immediately because I'm really tired of not being able to do 360 flips. Kick flips are a little bit harder, but I think grinding and skating ramps, it's easier with bigger trucks. Whatever setup you have, there's always going to be compromises. So don't have truck madness like me. Ignorance is bliss, you guys. Don't overthink things. Just go out and skate. Don't waste money. You can waste so much money with gear acquisition syndrome. So don't get the gas. Hit the brakes on the gas. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, scroll through my channel, check out my other videos, and hit that subscribe button because I got a lot more videos to come. Thanks for watching.